Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. October 2025, second variant, complete pure paper. We are going to start. And question number one is completing square. You can see 9 is P, this P outside, so 9 common. 9 common from all three terms or minimum first two terms. 9 fours are 36. So this copy, and what does I have? A 4, 2, 2 square, add and subtract. 2 square, add and subtract. Three terms combined, you know very well. X and negative 2. X comes from here, 2 comes from here, and negative comes from here. Minus 4. And this 9 multiply with both values. So 9 ones are 9. So 9 fours are 36 and plus 8. And finally, I get what answer? 9x minus 2 whole square. And so negative 28. So I hope so. The concept is very clear. Okay, first part is over. And the second part, set of values for constant k for which this equation has no real solution. You know, we have three situations. I just tell you all three. Condition number one, if line is not cutting or okay, just 1 minute, I make it here. Condition one, condition two, condition three. And this one, b squared minus 4ac less than 0. In this condition, b squared minus 4ac equal to 0 because tangent. And this condition, b squared minus 4ac more than 0. So basically this criteria, but we will not, if this question come for, and this first part is completing square not available, then what is the technique? Bring k here, then a, b, c, you find, apply this formula. No solution means this one, third one, and get the answer. But now it is connected. We have a completing square. You can see this completely match. So, and it means what is the number? This k, it has no solution. Basically, if we make it this parabolic curve, so we can guess from here what is a stationary point. You know it very well, under power to whatever we put equals to 0, and we get x is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. So turning point is 2, and whatever get a y value, the number outside, including the sign, is called y value. So I'm writing here negative 28. So basically, if the line, okay, this is, this is completely same equation. So now this is a k. And if I this completely equate with a y, so I got a y equal to k. So y equal to k, such a line, y equal to k here, can be here, can be here, can be here, or can be here. So these equation we have a equal to 0, so we have to, this is a one root. But he said no root, no real root. It means it, if a touch, it has a root, one root, repeated root. But it means, what is the y value here? Negative 28. And it means below the negative 28, for example, line here, line here, line here, they will not cut the curve. Not cut the curve, so no real solution. So that is why you can say k value is less than this number. And that is why I hope so you got a 0.1 mark answer. So that is why our main concern is a y coordinate of turning point. I hope so concept is very clear. And let's go for part number next. If you look at carefully, this is the same from above. So I will replace, this is the same. Hold on, I show you, this is the same. And this whole thing will go and replace this one. So I'm writing now here, completing square form, 9x minus 2 whole square negative 28 equal to negative 15. And he said exact root we need to find. 28 goes on the right hand side. And 28, so it's become 13, positive 13, and 9 divides. We get this kind of form. Take root of both sides, so we get a root of both sides plus and minus root 13 over 9. Okay, root 13 over 9. 2 will go and add. So 2 plus root 13 over 3. Why 3? Because root of 9 is 3. So and he said exact answer. So if we stop it here, we got a correct answer, or sometime you can split it and you can write separate. But I think so there's no need to do it. And the question is question number one is completely clear. So term independent of x, we have two ways, one with formula and one without formula. So I'm doing without formula. So 6C0, two brackets, 6C1, two brackets, 6C2, two brackets. So what is the first bracket? 6 minus 0, the difference of these two numbers. And here 0. And 6 minus 1, difference of numbers, and 1. 6 minus 2 and 2. In first each bracket we have 2x squared. Second each bracket we have negative 3 by x. So 2x squared negative 3 by x. 2x squared and negative 3 by x. So, we will keep our eye especially on what? In which independent of x means x will cancel. Okay, I have given example before even, for example, x to power 2 plus 5x and plus 3 and plus 2 over x. So this is a number without x, is called independent of x. So we are looking for independent. So we just check it. What is this? 4, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 twos are 8. But here I get only 2. So they are not cancelable. So it means I have to go for one more term. 6C3, two brackets. Here 6 minus 3, here 3. Here I'm getting here 2x to power 2 and negative 3 over x. Now here is a 2, so 3, 3 2s are 6, and here we get a 3. So I cannot cancel them. Still, I need one more expansion. 6C4. So 6 minus 4 and the 4. And here I get a 2x to power 2 and here negative 3 over x. So this 2 and 2 twos are 4. Let me zoom for you. This is a 4 and this is also 4. So it means here x will cancel out. No need to, because it has only one part. No connectivity. So I can just mention that term independent of x. I will take directly this term. No need to simplify other values. And I just type in calculator. So 6C4 is giving us 15. Okay, and here 2x to power 2 on the top, 2, and negative 3 over x to power 4. So this 2 goes on both terms separate. So 4 into x to power 4. And negative 4 will go on both terms separate, negative, not negative. Whenever even power, students, even power, it always give you positive answer. And when we have odd power, it give us negative answer. So this negative will eliminate and we get 81 over x to power 4. They will cancel out, and 15 times to 4 times to 81. Our answer is 4860. So term independent of x is done, and I hope so the concept of the question is completely. Question number 3 we have. So graph this fx is transformed by the graph this, and describe fully two transmission which have been combined to give the resulting graph. So f of x is a parent function, is a child, okay? And we can see this before I start. Just first of all, what is this outside the value? The outside the function is called translation, 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 okay? Translation by 0 2, because it is a 2 units upwards outside. And this is the first part done. Second part, and what inside? And basically, students, if I multiply outside, this representing stretching parallel to y-axis. So stretch parallel to y-axis. But if it's come in the bracket, not outside the bracket, this again is stretch RETCH, but this parallel to x-axis. And this is stretch factor is same number A, but here stretch factor is not same number, reciprocal of it, 1 by A. So I think you can see that this number 3 is inside, not outside. Outside is a y-axis, inside is a x-axis. So I can tell easily the stretch parallel to x-axis by stretch factor, don't say 3, 1 over 3. Reason the reciprocal. I hope so. The concept is very clear. Part number next, a different graph. This is G, and this is stretch first parallel to y-axis 3 times. It means he talk about the outside and then reflected in y-axis. Okay, interesting part. If you multiply whole equation with the negative, whole equation negative. So this is called reflection in x-axis, reflection in x-axis. But if you replace every x by minus x, this is called reflect in y-axis, reflect in y-axis. I hope so. Idea is clear. And he's saying about y-axis. So, so we have to reply a different graph. Okay, this is we have to do it. So let's see how we can do this one. So it is obviously you can say here g function. First of all, he is multiplying with 3. Number 1. After multiplying 3, this is done, but game is not over. After that, you have to replace every x by minus x, as I said before. So that is our final answer. So I can say that a new function g, so y, is 3 times to g of negative x. And I hope so. The concept of the question, of the full question, is very clear. Question number 4, the curve, equation of curve is given like such that it has derivative is this, and the curve passes through this point, and the gradient of the curve at S. And look at here, he mentioned the point S, and that gradient is this one. So in short story, what I can do, this 65 by 2 is gradient he mentioned, so I replace dy over dx here. So 65 by 2. Not only this, every x replaced by 2 and 2. So I'm putting here 2, I'm putting here 2, and I have to solve it. 65 over 2, here I got 8k, and here 2 to cancel, I got 1 over 2. So basically it's a 4. Okay, now multiply into 2 throughout. 65, 8 to the 16k and plus 1. So I have shifted, I'm shifting this one on the other end. So 65, one gone, 64. So 64 is equal to 16k. And if I divide this 16 on other side, I get a k value 4. I hope so. The point is very clear. And then I go for next part. The coordinate of t, another point is given. There's a one point is given, another point is given. And find the t. So it is only possible if I need equation of curve. And you know, students, when I differentiate, we get dy over dx. Differentiate. And what's the reverse process? If I'm looking for equation of curve, I have to integrate. So let's start. First of all, I'm replacing 4 here, 4 replacing here, and then I can go for integration. So dy over dx, so 4x cube plus 2x to power negative 2. And I'm going to integrate now. So when I integrate this, I will get directly y. So I'm getting y sine of integral 4x cube plus 2x to power negative 2 and dx. So increase a power by 1 and divide by same increase a power by 1 divided by same plus c. And this 4 cancel out. First simplify maximum. Negative 2 over x plus c. First of all, this point 2 and 20. 2 and 20 I'm going to put here. 2 comma 20. So 20 replace here and 2 here. 2 to the power 4 is 16 and 2 here I got a 1. And this a 15 goes there, so c value becomes a 5. So this value of c I'm going to plug in back in equation. So equation turned to be x to the power 4 minus 2 over x plus 5. And now we will work for this coordinate one. So I will replace x value is 1, x value 1 and y values t. So I'm going to replace now, check it. So y value by t and every x value by 1. And you can see, students, so I'm getting here 1 minus 2 plus 5. And out of 6, 2 gone 4. So, yes, so t value is 4. I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 5, equation of curve is given here and it has a maximum point x a, so it means this is a point of maximum. And you know, point of maximum, one point is important, the derivative is always is equals to 0. Okay, and crossing the x-axis b, so this is b point, all right. And here y is 0. Okay, y is 0. So, so find out the a coordinate. So how to find it? I will use the first concept. So first of all, I'm going to differentiate. So y is equals to 4x to power half minus x. If I differentiate, what I get, dy over dx. 4 as it is, half comes down and power 1 less. And x derivative is 1. Just cancel out. I get 2 over x. Negative half, I can write it positive half. Half is called root. So derivative is done. And I'm going to plug in derivative 0. Then 1 will shift this side. It become positive. And 2 over root x. Cross multiply root x is equals to 2. And squaring both side, when square both side, I get a 4. So basically we are looking for, because at derivative, when I plug in derivative 0, same time I will plug in one more thing here important. And what is that? X replaced by a, because he mentioned. So I replace every x by a, every x by a. So this is important. A, and A. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point is very clear. Before I go for the next part, and next part is exactly shaded area. Yeah, shaded area is only possible from this to this. So what is the formula for the area? Area of basic formula is, so x1 below, x2 up, y dx, y and dx. And x1 is a lower limit, x2 is the upper limit, and y is an equation of curve. So I will use it here. So let's try to do it. So area is equals to lower limit is 4, but thing is upper limit we don't know. And this equation of curve completely I'm copying and pasting here. So only thing is we don't know the upper limit. For that reason, I will plug in y0 here. So when I copy this complete equation and I'm using it here, I'm going to plug in y0. And when I plug in y0, so 0 is equals to 4x to power half negative x. I'll bring x on the other side. I get this format. If I squaring both, I have another choice. Bring x down and square, or directly square. If I square left side, I get power 2. Square of 4 giving us 16. For square of this and cancel, I get this one. And now I can cancel x and I get a 16. It means a b coordinate is becoming 16. I hope so the point is very clear. So 16 comes here. So lower limit, upper limit clear, increase a power by 1 through 3 by 2. and 3 by 2. And increase the power 1, so 1 is already 2 by 2. And limit is very clear, 4 till 16. Now, students, what to do onwards? This, you know how to do this kind of fraction form. When I have a 3 over 5 by 11, this 11 will go up. So it turns to be this format, just example. So what about this? So this 2 will go up and I get 8 by 3. 8 by 3, x to power 3 by 2, and x to power 2 by 2, and 4 to 16. I'm going to replace. So when I replace the upper limit, let me check. I'm going to replace 8 divided by 3 times to 16 to power 3 by 2. And I'm getting here in the fraction form is coming with me is very big number is coming, but still I check it. 16 to power 3 by 2. Wait a minute. 3 divided by 2. It is giving us 64. So 64 multiply 8 divided by 3, and I get in fraction form. So it's coming 512 by 3. And what about this? 16 square divided by 2. So 16 to power 2 divided by 2, I get 128. Upper limit is completely done. Now replace 4. And you know, students, 4 to power 3 by 2 is giving us 8. So I get a 64 by 3. And 4, this 4, put it here. 4 square 16, 16 by 2, get 8. Now just a matter of typing in calculator, which I am going to do. And let me check. 128 minus 64 by 3 and plus 8. And finally, I'm getting answer in fraction form. Decimal 29 and fraction form 29 point something. And this is a unit square area. And I hope so. The point is very clear. And we have done it. And area part is done even. So both parts I have done in same page. So I have got the answer of area and the coordinate of A and B. Question number 6 we have to sketch this graph. Do you know, student, this 2 is basically this 2 adding or subtracting value is called x's. And this 3 multiplying factor is called amplitude. So, and so 2 is x's. And you know, students, best way to get the highest and lowest value in the sign, the place of sign, one time put plus 1 and one time put minus 1. So I get a 5 and I got a negative 1. It means highest value and lowest value 5 and minus 1. I repeat my words in case of sine and cos, both options, one time plus 1, one time minus 1. So 5 and 1. So I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And where's the minus 1? Minus 1 is naturally here. Okay, so graph will stay in the boundary of these which I mentioned here. So let's start. So first of all, you will plug in one by one this 0 in the place of here. So sine 0, 0, we got a 2, and I'm going to make it. Where's a 2? Because 2 is axis in the middle. So this 2 axis. So basically, I'm going to make, though this is line is not important to make it, but just sake of an idea, just a minute. This line is not compulsory to make it, just a made for you understanding. So let's try do it. So first I get 2 when I plug in 0 here. And when I plug in pi by 2 here, pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 is 1. So 3 plus 2, 5. So I get a 5. And when I plug in pi here, we get here again 2. Okay, no, not 2, sorry to say, because when I plug in pi, so sine pi is 0. Yeah, 2, 2 is correct, 2. Okay, when I plug in 3 pi by 2 in the place of x, we get a negative 1. So negative 1. And when I plug in 2 pi, and so I think we have to make This line complete till 2 pi. Okay, then I get what, student? Again 2. So graph is based, don't join this way. So I know some student join this way, wrong. Okay, you have to not get a mountain shape. No, this slowly go up. And I hope so. The point is very clear. So this kind of graph, sorry. Okay, so graph is very clear and we have done it. Let's move next part. Now, next part is connected with the top equation. This is a y. You see, student, I repeat my words. This completely equals to y. So I'm going to replace this completely by y. So I get a y equals to x. I get a y is equals to x. And how to make it? I make a table of two numbers. Though it's easy to without table, even we can make it. But ideal number is 0. When I plug in 0, y value is 0. So 0, 0 is this. So I get this 1 point here. And when I can plug in any point from here along x-axis. So if I plug in pi by 2, students, pi by 2. So this is also pi by 2. Pi by 2, if you check in decimal numbers, so pi by 2 is basically 1.57. So 1.57 and 1.57. So pi by 2 along x-axis here and 1.57 is somewhere here. So 1.57 is just, let me mark. This is a 1, this is a 2, and 1.57 not in the middle, slightly up. This is 1.57. So this come from here and this go from here. So this point, I got it. Now, student, I'm going to join this both point with a scale. Check it now. And I'm going to make this line. Okay, and he is asking, read a statement. He said number of the solutions. No need to draw accurate, just rough sketching. He said, mention here, it is cutting the curve at one point. So it has a one solution. So how there's a number of solutions is one. Number of solution is equals to one. So let's go similar pattern. This equals to y again. So I can write here y is equals to 5 minus x. Again, I'll make a table of two numbers. Again, ideal 0. When I plug in 0 in the place of x, I'll get y value 5. And I can plug in any other number. For example, again, I plug in pi by 2. When I plug in pi by 2 in the place here, so I'm typing 5 minus and pi divided by 2. And I'm getting here 3 point, let me check again. 5 minus pi divided by 2. So I'm getting 3.4. So now try to find out. Okay, I'm doing in different color. So I think green color is better. Okay, 0, x0, y5. x055 is here. Okay, x is pi by 2 is here and y value is 3.4. Let's try to find 3.4. Where's 3.4? So 3.4 is somewhere here. So I will try to meet here. So these 2 points I'm going to join and let's see what happens, students. So when I join this line, it cut the curve at how many points? It is clearly one cut, second cut with a curve, and third cut with a curve. So 3 times it is intersecting. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I can say that number of solutions are 3. I hope so. The point is very clear. And let's talk about the next question of the same part, some other part of same question. Can we solve this cos square sine come together? No. So sine square x plus cos square x is equals to 1. You cannot convert sine, but we can convert cos square. So if I bring sine square on the other end, so I can say I got cos square x is equal to 1 minus sine square x. This I'm going to replace here. So I'm writing 3 sine x plus 2 equal to 5 times 2, 1 minus sine square x minus 1. I think clear idea. So 3 sine x plus 2 and 5 minus 5 sine square x minus 1. So 5 signs will become this side become positive, and then I'm writing 3 sine x, and 5 and 4 goes there, we got a negative 2. So I hope so. It is a very clear equation is done. Now after this, we have to find in radian mode, make sure I can factorize. Okay, so 5 twos are 10. 5 twos are 10. So I get a 5 sine square. So plus 5 sine x and minus 2 sine x and minus 2 is equal to, or I can say let sine x is equal to k. This is a second option. Okay, what is common from here? 5 and sine common out. I'm getting here only sine and plus 1. From here, negative 2 common. I got a sine x plus 1. So sine x plus 1 and 5 sine x minus 2. And I'm getting two answers. So sine x is equals to negative 1 and sine x is equals to 2 over 5. I got two answers. Now, students, you know sine is negative 1 is where, for your knowledge, sine 90, sine pi by 2 is basically 1, and sine 3 pi by 2 is basically minus 1. So when I take a sine inverse of minus 1, it is giving me 3 pi by 2. So my first answer comes from here is 3 pi by 2. Now I have to look for the other one solutions. So I have taken this alpha angle. Alpha is equal to sine inverse 2 over 5, and sine positive in first and this quadrant. And here we have to be very carefully. We'll try it. And let me check once again on the question. Okay, and what is the way to do it now? So sine and make sure calculator must be in radian mode, okay, not in degree mode. This is a very important. So radian mode and sine inverse. So 2 over 5 will give us principal angle 0.412. Okay, round. So 0.412. 0.412. So what is my first answer? I'm going to write it now. First answer is this, second answer is this. So first answer is 0.412, and second is pi minus 0.412. So 0.412, and if I subtract from pi, I'm getting the other answer is 2.73. So 2.73, and I hope so the point is very clear. But we'll check it carefully, solve this equation. Yeah, I did not mention in terms of pi, but it means we can write 3SF or in terms of pi even, no problem at all. And the question is both parts, I hope so. You got the idea very well. Question number 7, students. Now we are going to start point P and Q. All right, and PQ form a diameter. Okay, and find equation of a circle. So though we can do directly, but I will try to do it close to accurate diagram. I mean sketching very close to accurate. So 1, 1 and 7, 1. So 1, 1 and 7, 7, 11. So where's 1, 1? Approximately here. Where's 7, 11? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 11 somewhere up. So you can say that it may be here approximately. So, and he mentioned that both are diameter corners. So I will make a rough diagram. Okay, and okay. This is done, and now I'm going to make a diameter. Okay, all right. So this is 7, 11. In here 1, 1. Okay, this is a P. and this is a Q. Okay, center of circle is naturally here. I can call this as a C. C. So center of circle, how to find the average, the midpoint. So I will find out the midpoints. Midpoint. So x1 is 7, x2 is 1. So I can say 1 plus 7. I got 8 or I got a 4. So y1, y2 is a 1 and 11 become 12. 12 by 2, I got a 6. So midpoint, I mean C, center of circle, becomes 4, 6. And we're looking for the equation of circle. You know, formula is x minus a whole square, y minus b whole square is equals to r square. A is this number and b is this number. So this is not a problem. Problem only one left behind. What is a radius? I will find the radius by applying the CP distance, CQ distance, or PQ distance divided by 2. But I think I can go for CP. C is here, P is here. So you know it's distance formula. So x1 minus x2 whole square, I mean these two numbers, and plus 6 minus 1 whole square. Here 3 square 9 and this 5 square 25, and this gives us 34. 34. So r becomes root 34. And when I copy root 34, a square cancel out. And final form of is this. And I hope so the point is very clear. Second part, he's asking find equation of tangent at Q. Q is on the top. So equation of the tangent. So what I'm going to do this, copy from here and bring it down. Okay. So tangent, how to draw a tangent. So check it, students. If I draw a line, this is making a 90-degree. This. Okay, I'll change the color of the pen. So this is a tangent. I hope so the point is very clear. Tangent, okay, and how to do it now. So naturally, you know, this is a 90-degree reason because radius and tangent 90-degree or diameter and tangent 90-degree. How to find the equation of tangent at Q? So what is the technique? First of all, I will find out gradient of diameter. So gradient of diameter, D for diameter. So I can use 11 minus 1, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So gradient is with us 2 5s, 2 3 times. But it's a grade of diameter. What is the grade of the tangent? Negative reciprocal. 3 will go up, 5 will go down, and plus becomes minus. So this diameter, it is a tangent, negative 3 over 5. And now I'm going to find it. I'm using the formula y minus y1 is equals to m times 2 x minus x1. And I must use these coordinates. So y minus 11 and negative 3 over 5 x minus 7. 5 multiplies this side. I get a 5y minus double 5 and negative 3x plus 21. And finally, I got 5y and is equals to negative 3x and plus 76. Let me check once again. Correct. So this is a, equation of tangent, or I can write. It's not compulsory, but if I divide by 5 here and here, I'll get a negative 3 over 5 times 2x, 76 over 5. So both forms are okay, no issue at all. because it did not specify a special form. Okay, so both are correct. Next point, the point at the point of circle where x is 7 is R. So the coordinates of point of intersection of Q with a tangent at R. So I must bring this diagram down because this diagram is very, very important. Copy and pasting below. And because the second part is dependent upon the diagram. So you can see, students, second tangent, which I'm going to make it, is here. So second tangent. So it is obviously because he said that. He said that if you look at carefully, x is 7, this is x is 7, and this is also 7. So what I will do, bring down exactly, and where I'll stop here. So this is a 7 basically here. So x is 7, y I don't know. So let's say this y is k. Okay, and I'm going to draw a tangent now. So tangent will become this way. Oh, I think it is enough. Okay, all right. This is a tangent. Okay, and I am slightly bringing. Okay, now this is a tangent, and as a rule of the tangent, this kind of. So what is basically we are looking for this coordinates, and this point is R because he said that R, and we are looking for what? We are looking for the point of intersection of two tangents. Let's say label it as a PQ, or I say as a S. So very important part is here. What is that? What is because this 7 7 same, you see, students, this 7 7 same. Okay, so interesting part. So this level of these levels are exactly equals to each other. Okay, because these values are same, that is why. So if me it means if I join straight line from here to there, this line will be parallel to x-axis. And what is a center? C coordinates. Center coordinates is 4 6. So I must use 4 6. So I'm using here 4 6 4 6. So this y values remain same. So 6 distance 6 6 6 6. So it means the y coordinate is 6 for sure, and x value I don't know. Okay, this part is very clear. So how we can find out now equation of tangent? So job number one, I will try to find out. I have already equation of tangent is available with us. If I replace 6 inside equation, I can find out the x coordinate easily. Okay, so you can see. So it means this. I'm going to replace that 6 value in this equation. So I'm going to copy this because I'm looking for y coordinate. So copy from here, paste here. Okay, I'm going to put y value 6 inside this. Okay, and x I can find easily. 6 is equal to negative 305x. Okay, and wait a minute, let me erase this. And plus 76 over 5. This will go here and this will come this side. 76 over 5 minus 6. Now, students, so 76 over 5 minus 6 will give 46 over 5. Now, what about this? This will 5 cancel out. The next value become 46 over 3. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, without any hesitation, we got the answer, and the coordinate of intersection becomes 46 over 3 and 6. So I think the point is very clear, and we have done it. But did he ask for an equation of tangent? No, he said coordinates of point of section of the Q at R. So it means we are looking for the coordinates of intersection of the tangent at Q with R tangent. So that is why, so no need to find out these coordinates. But
view need, we can find even easily. And that is this will behave like a kite. But anyway, we should not go. We can go a longer way, but there's an easier way. You can finish the question. So make sure these coordinates must be equals to each other. Even sometime y coordinates even match. If they match, so diagram will become vertically. This is a horizontally, then become this kite will become on the top part here. I hope so. The point is very clear, and the question is completely over. Question number 8, we have the first three terms of geometrical progression mentioned here, ABC. And ABC are all positive constants, and first three terms of arithmetic progression are given. These, okay. So he said that. So we have to say there's A, B, C in GP, and A, B, and negative 3C in AP. This correction is given by him, and we have to make this equation. If we look it carefully, b is not there. B is not there, so we have to somehow make equation and solve them simultaneously. So first of all, what is a way to do it? Because we can have connect them, because when three term, I just mentioned, I will give an example. Whenever a GP comes, okay, so three terms are in GP, so I can say third term divided by second term is equal to second term by first term. This is in case of GP. But how to do AP? AP is third term minus second term is equal to second term minus per. This is rule for the AP. So let's try to do it. C over B is equals to B over A. I can do cross multiply and I get a B to power 2 is equals to CA. I hope so clear. Now third term is negative 3C negative B equal to B minus A. So I am going to make it B goes there and A comes this side. So I can say here 2B is equals to is A negative 3C. So this value of B I can replace there. So this value of even this 2 divides, B value will become A minus 3C over 2, which I'm going to replace it here. So now I'm going to do it here. So A minus 3C over 2 whole square equal to CA. So a first term square, negative 2 into first term into second term, and plus second term square over 2 square give us 4, and that 4 multiplies the right hand side, so become 4CA. So I'm going to get a square negative 6AC plus 9C square minus 4CA or AC, same thing. And now I'm going to finalize the answer, a square, and this will give us negative 10AC or CA and plus 9C square equal to 0. Proved, because he asked us to prove the answer. And I hope so the point is very clear. It is now given that A value is 9 and C takes the smaller of two possible values. Find sum of infinity of geometrical progression. So students, what is the technique? So first of all, I will replace 9 in each A. So 9 square and 9 tens are 90C plus 9C square is equal to 0 divided by 9. So I'm getting C square and 10, 10C and plus 9 is equals to 0. Let me check again. 9. Okay, and now yes, okay. Now we can factorize. So 9 ones are 9, 9C minus 1C plus 9 is equal to 0. Now C common and C minus 9 and minus 1 common, I get a C minus 9 is equal to 0. And C minus 9, C minus 1 is equal to 0. I got two values of C, 1 and 9. He said take a smaller of two values. So I will ignore 9. I will take this number. Now he's asking for the sum of infinity. Sum of infinity formula is a over 1 minus r. Now thing is that what is of three values, a, b, c. This is a, b, c of, you can see in geometrical progression. And a value is 9. You can see clearly a value is 9. I'm writing here 9. Okay, and b value, and C value, I have 1 now. So I'm going to plug in it there, so I will get a B value as well. How to get B value, students? So when I plug in 9 from here, so let me check, and I can type in calculator, or I can do it B. And what is a B? 9 value minus 3 times to 1 over 2. So I'm getting 6 by 2. I got a 3. I got a 3. So B value is 3. And what is C? C, I think C, we have it already done. So 1. So we got it. So now first term is 9. And what is a common ratio? Common ratio is second term divided by the first term, or third term divided by the second term. Common ratio is 1 over 3. And 1 over 3, I got it. So 9 over 2 over 3, it flips. So I get it's some infinity. 27 over 2 is my final answer of some infinity height. So I hope so the point is. And third part, we have sum of first 20 terms of arithmetic progression. So some formula, students, Sn n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have to go back and find out the values. And values, we have this. I'm going to copy from here. And first of all, I'm pasting here because I need all values. Okay. And now, okay, what is A? A is 9. You can see clearly. I get this one. And what is a B value? B value, you know very well. Um, So if I plug in a value from here, but this is C value is for the other number, okay? So we have, this is clear, give clearly mentioned, and we have to find out, because basically this is now C1, we got it for the geometrical progression. Okay, anyway, now see how we can get the values of D also, because common difference. So common difference is not by dividing, is by subtracting, because ABC same value will use, because if you look at carefully, AB we have same, first two terms are same. So we will use same 9 3 and 9 3 AB, so 9 3, so not a problem at all. So the first two terms are same. I can use 9 and 3 and 9 and 3. So first term is 9 and 9 comma 3. So common difference is very simple. 3 minus 9 gives us negative 6. So I'm looking for 20 terms. So S20, 20 by 2, and 2 times 2, 9, and 20 minus 1 into negative 6. Now I'm going to apply the formula and get the answer. Okay. So when I plug in, this is in calculator. So answer is turned to be this 10, okay, 19, and negative 960. I hope so the point is very clear. And we have done question number 8. Let's go question number 9, students. So we have function given, it is a very clear. So he dash we asking that it prime, f prime or f dash means we have to go for differentiation. Can we differentiate directly? No way. We are bound to bring it up in the numerator, I mean to say. Okay, now question is ready. Make sure x value is more than 2. And f prime x, we need a determine function is increasing, decreasing, or neither. Okay, so we have to check it. So first of all, differentiation I'm going to find. Negative 2 multiply with the 4, negative 8. and power becomes 1 less, multiply 3. There's a base differentiation. Don't forget it to write this. Now negative 3 comes down and multiply here, and from power it less becomes a negative 4 into again 3. So this 3 derivative we have here, and 6 is 0. So I'm going to finalize it. 3 8s are 24, negative 24, and this will go total in denominator. So 3x minus 6 to power 3, and negative 9 I get it from here, or I can write no problem, both are same. If I write like this even, and then I write 3x minus 6 to power 4. I hope so. Up till here it is very clear. It is not hard at all, but he said we have decided and x value is more than 2. How we can check it? First of all, can I take negative common from the whole values? Yes, I can take it. Okay, and all right, after this, we have to, um, if I take negative common, and I can take even I can take LCM is what I because LCM is important to find. Okay, and first of all, I think I should take LCM. LCM is what? LCM is 3x minus 6 to power 4, because bigger power is LCM. So this is the same. Okay, so negative 9. So 9 will stay as it is. But this is a 1 less. So 1 bracket value will multiply up. So 24 times 2, 3x minus 6. Now I'm going to make it simple form. So how to do it? I think 3 common, 3 threes are 3 eights are. Even I can take common in the beginning, even 3 and like this. So I can write outside negative 3. So 8 times and 3 3 times. It make question a bit easier. 8 threes are 24x. 8 6 are 48. And plus 3. Okay. So after this, this value. This value will give us what? 3x minus 6 to power 4. Okay, after this, so negative 3 outside, so I'm getting here 24x and minus 45. Okay, so 45 and 3x minus 6 power 4. Okay, and 3, so here we have to take common from here. Or we can, because as we know, x is more than 2. So you take common from here, or you plug in more than 2 number. For even plug in 2, even plug in 2. So this is a 48. We get subtract, we got a positive. So inside a bracket, we are getting positive value. So f dash of x as f prime is equals to negative 3. Inside, I'm getting positive value. How positive value? Even I plug in it here, and the whole power is even, so this will be positive answer. Only this negative 45 was creating problem, but when I plug in 2 even, it is giving us, as you know, is going increase. Okay, this 2 will x value will increase 3 4 5 6 7, so this value will remain positive. That is why it's a negative answer. It is a decreasing function. So whenever the different, we have a 3 criterias. If is a positive value comes, is increasing, negative, decreasing. If some part positive and some part negative, is called neither. I hope so this part is clear. Now after this, in second part, we is asking B part. So state whether f inverse exists or not. So how we can do it? Because function is decreasing. For example, just sake of understanding, if you make it the diagram, decreasing means, okay, look, this is a diagram we have. This is increasing, this is decreasing, again increasing. But if he say is totally decreasing, for example, let's discuss this diagram. So throughout, when I draw a tangent anywhere, is decreasing, decreasing, is throughout decreasing. So if I draw a horizontal line test, it will cut the curve every time, one time, one time. It's called one-to-one function. So you can say that as function is decreasing, as f of x is decreasing. So, so for x more than 2, it is one-to-one function. Hence, hence F inverse exists. I hope so. The point is very clear. And let's go for next question. Next part of question. And that question is C part. He has given this time x is more than a, and g of function is given by him. Range of g in terms of constant of a we need to find. So it's not a hard job, simple. Whenever we plug in x domain value in function, it give us range. So this domain x more than a. So when more than a, I plug in this x value here, it will give you range. So g of x is 4x minus 3. I replace every x by a. So basically the range is what? So range of g of x is y is more than is 4a minus 3. But because there's no equal sign, so here's no equal sign. I think the point is very clear, and this is my answer. Part number next, he said find set of values of a for the composite function exist. What is the basic criteria, students? Basic criteria, let me write for you. You know that we have two functions, okay, f and g. So I have to bring f functions down, f function down. So f function down, I have to bring it. And domain, basically, I'm looking for. So what is the domain? X is more than 2. X is more than 2. Okay, x is for f of x. X is more than 2. Okay, we have this domain is given. And what is the basic criteria to make a composite function? Criteria is what? The domain, sorry, this is because, you know, if we talk about f of g of, this is called inner function, and this is called outer function. So what is the criteria? The range of inner function must lies, the range of inner function must lies inside the domain of outer function. I hope so. The point is very clear. So this means this is the range. This must be more than 2 because the domain is more than 2. So it means it's starting from 2. 2 is not included, but anyway, 3, 4, 5. So value should be more than. So this value should be more than 2. I hope so. The point is very clear. So I can write now 4a minus 3 should be more than 2. So I hope so. The point is very clear and we have done it. And the question is completely because he said the rest set of the values of A and we have done. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And question is completely over. Question number 10, students, we have diagram shows a circle center at A. You can see this is a circle center at A. And radius is R is a passes through BCD. So it means there are three radius you can see clearly, and a larger circle of radius S. So bigger circle, a bigger circle, and the radius is S. S radius is very clear. And these all three lengths are equals to each other. And if you look at carefully, this triangle number one, this triangle, and this triangle, all three are equal triangle. If I find area of the one, I can find area of the all three. And second number, what is asking for first part? We have to prove that this S distance is this one. Okay, root 3R. How we can do it? First of all, because this full is 360-degree, or you can say 2 pi is divided by 3 parts. So how to get this angle, this angle? I call theta. So how to get theta? Theta is equals to 2 pi divided by 3. Why 3? Because 1, 2, 3 equal parts. I think this point is clear. Okay, and this okay. And second number, we know it very well whenever this is a property also very important. Angle at center and angle at circumference. What is connection? If this is a 60 degree, this is a 30. So same pattern, this is angle at center and this is angle at circumference. So this angle is how much? Is a half of it. When I make it half of it, so this alpha is equals to half of 2 pi by 3. This cancel out. So pi by 3. So this big angle is pi by 3. And best way, if we want to do this kind of question, we must know all these things. And second number, we have to make diagram separate. So first of all, because I'm looking for S, so what I'm going to do, so this triangle, I'm going to make separate. This triangle, okay? So let's try to do it. And I can make it here. And this is a, this is a D and B. Same letters. Okay, and I will draw a perpendicular. This is a M for midpoint. Okay, this is a radius, and this is what? This is theta. We have 2 pi by 3. But if I make it half, half again is give you pi by 3. So this is a pi by 3. So this is pi by 3. I'm using upper triangle and try to find it. BM. When I find BM into 2, I get a full length, and which is S. So let's try to do it. In front of angle, this BM is opposite. In front of 90, this is called hypotenuse. So I can say that BM over R is equals to sine pi by 3. Sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. And R will go on the left, right, on right hand side becomes this. But I'm looking for the BD. So BD is full gap. BD is into 2. So 2 cancel out, and Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I have proved. So this part is done. Now, student, let's go for the next plan. And next plan is what is the next part? Next part, another page, find expression of the area of the shear region and give answer in this form, and where A to A, B, and B is to be found. So let's try to do it. First of all, shaded area. We have to look carefully. Where is shaded area? Shaded area is this one. So how to get it? How was the planning in our mind? So let's try to do the planning. Planning is if I talk about this full sector, you can see students, there's a sector. This sector center at A and radius is R. So theta is, we know, is 2 pi by 3. So this sector I'm going to make separate is a very, very important. Every diagram we have to make separate. So this diagram I'm going to make separate. This, and this is a theta, radius R. Okay, and what is the planning here? So it's A, B, D. This is A, this is B, and this D. Okay, so and if I join straight, okay. So sector area. What is the planning first of all? Planning is how to get it. So for this I talk about this is my target to achieve. This is called segment area, SE, as this I call as a S1, and this I call as a S, not S1, S only. Segment is a triangle area. So segment area I have to subtract from. First of all, I find a sector area and subtract triangle area and subtract triangle and sector area, segment area. So planning is very clear. So how to get a shaded area? So shaded area planning is very clear. So sector area, so let me make it again. Sector area minus, let me make this not so prominent. Okay, clear. So sector area minus segment area and minus triangle area. This is a planning. Okay, so this is not hard to find it. Okay, we have the parameters given here, and I'm bringing this diagram below. So cut from here and paste below. So this diagram we have it. So half r square theta, r's and theta is this. Half r square theta. So r is r square, and theta is 2 pi by 3, because you know this full angle is 2 pi by 3, and radius. Okay, now I have to subtract segment. Now thing is, segment area, how to find segment area? There's a little difficult part, but not difficult, lengthy part. So how to get this segment area? How to get segment area? Triangle is not hard to find it. Okay, triangle area is not hard to find it. If I focus again on this triangle, I can find easily radius we have angle 2 pi by 3. So I find easily half AB sine theta, R into sine 2 pi by 3. So this is not a hard job for us to do it. Okay, and one more thing, I'm writing segment at the end, segment here, and triangle here. So it means same story, same thing. Okay. Now we have it. Now segment left only. Okay, triangle area we have it. And triangle area, if we calculate further, so what is coming? Sine 2 pi by 3, if we check it in calculator. Okay, so in radian mode, make sure calculator must be in radian mode. Okay. So if in not radian, we will not get our required answer. So sine 2 pi over 3 is giving us root 3 over 2. So this is 2 cancel out. I'm getting here r square pi over 3. And this I'm getting here half r square into root 3 over 2. So this I'm getting r square pi over 3. And here I'm getting root 3 over 4 r square. So make sure the triangle area is this. So don't forget it. I repeat my words. Triangle area is basically root 3 over 4 r square. Now, student, what is segment area? Go back and see the diagram. How to get this segment? This is called segment area. How to get segment area? Basically, this arc length BD has a center at C. Repeat, BD arc length has a center at C. So this sector, I believe you people understanding clearly. And angle is pi by 3 and radius is S. So this diagram, I'm going to make it again. So let's try to do it. This diagram, I'm going to make it again here. Segment. Okay, this is C, and this is S. S we have value available, root 3R. So root 3R, and this is pi by 3 we have already. Here B and here D. So, and this is a segment, this is called segment, which I'm looking for. So this diagram, I'm going to cut from here and bringing down. So this diagram number 2, which is very important for us. Okay, student, how to get segment area? Segment area is, if I talk about segment area, how to get segment area? Sector angle, sector area minus triangle area. Now, thing is with us important here. So this triangle is equal to how much? So if you look at it carefully, this triangle is containing three triangles: triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 3. So it means if you want to, so this triangle area 1 we have it. If I multiply into 3, I get triangle area. So I think planning is clear. Half r squared theta, and r is this. So root 3r, theta is pi by 3. And triangle area, I have it before on the top, root 3 over 4, root 3 over 4, root 3 over 4, r squared times 2, 3. Why 3? Because there are three triangles. I think student understanding up till now, and this is a segment area, which I'm going to put it in the place of this here. So first of all, I'll simplify as maximum as possible. Half, so 3 r square into pi over 3, and root 3 root 3 over 4 r square. Cancel, I'm getting 2, so I'm getting here pi r square over 2 minus 3 root 3 over 4 and r square. So this value I'm going to copy on the top. So I think point is very clear, and I'm copying from here and I'm pasting here. So I think now gradually you people understanding, but put in bracket. So a lot of risk otherwise. So I'm going to complete now here. So minus pi over 2 r square and positive 3 root 3 over 4 r square. Again, I'm writing as it is here, minus 1 over 2, or I can say here r square pi. Mostly, basically, I'm writing r square after, no problem. Pi r square by 2, 3 root 3 over 4 r square. What is my planning is this to get? So I think r square is common throughout. What left behind? Pi over 3 minus root 3 over 4 minus pi over 2 and plus 3 root 3 over 4. And I get r square out. Now, students, I need this special form, and we are very close. And two values with pi and two value without pi. So pi by 3 and minus pi by 2. And I'm getting here negative 1 over 6, which I need late before. So I'm writing here negative 1 over 6. Okay, now these two values I'm going to simplify. So negative root 3 over 4 and plus 3 root 3 and over 4. And I'm getting here, students, plus root 3 over 2. So I hope so up till here clear. And now we have to just finalize the form, what he is asking for. Sorry, I missed pi here. Sorry, missed pi here. I must write pi here. So an r square outside. And if we look at carefully, and our job is done because this is value of a, and sorry, this is a value of a. So I have to reshape it. I'm writing root 3 before and minus pi by 6, or I can say 1 by 6 and pi outside. Let me check same form. Yeah, and an outside r square. And this is my final answer. This is a value of a, so I can, and this value of b is negative 1 by 6. And I hope so the point is very clear. And a value is root 3 over 2, and b value is negative 1 over 6. And I hope so the concept is totally clear. Let me check once again. Same format I need. So with pi later on, correct? And without pi before, root 3 over 2. So I hope so the point is very clear. It was little bit lengthy, not very hard, not very hard, little lengthy. And I hope so the planning is very clear and we have done it. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The question is completely clear and paper is completely done. So best of luck for upcoming exam and pray for me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.